This is a summary of press releases from Japanese electronics manufacturers on 11th December.
All right, kicking things off with some really big news from the world of Japanese rugby. It's just been announced that the NEC Green Rockets Tokatsu team is going to be transferred over to the JR East Group. Now, this change won't happen right away. It's scheduled for after the 2025-26 season wraps up. So you might be asking, why the big move? Well, it really all boils down to sustainability for the long haul. The whole idea is to give the team a stable foundation for the future, making sure its legacy can thrive under new ownership. And when you look at it, this is a pretty smart partnership for both sides. For JR East, they're not just buying a rugby team. They're embracing its entire history, and they plan to use their wide network to really energize the local region. And for NEC, it was all about finding the right home, a partner that truly loves the sport, to carry the torch. They're even sticking around to help with things like practice grounds to make sure the handover is as smooth as possible. And make no mistake, JR East is inheriting a team with some serious history. Founded way back in 1985, they've had some incredible moments, like winning their first Japan Championship in 2002 and then grabbing the first ever Microsoft Cup the very next year. You can see this legacy of success all leads up to this new chapter beginning in 2026. Okay, staying on the rugby pitch for our next story, let's talk about Panasonic. They are getting ready for a huge match day for their team, the Saitama Panasonic Wild Knights, to celebrate their big home opener. So for any fans listening, you'll want to mark your calendars for this one. The Wild Knights are set to take on the Urayasu D-Rocks. It's all going down on Sunday, December 21st, with kickoff at 2:30 in the afternoon at the Kumagaya Sports and Culture Park Rugby Stadium. But it's not just about what happens on the field. Panasonic is rolling out the red carpet for fans with a ton of fun, family-friendly events. If you follow their official X account, you can get into a lottery to win some cool stuff, like an air purifier or even signed gear. For the kids, there's a workshop where they can make their own pinwheels, and there's also going to be an art exhibit showcasing the winning pieces from Panasonic's Children's Environmental Art Contest. You know, that Children's Art Contest is actually the perfect segue into our next big topic. We're shifting from the sports field to the global stage of sustainability. It turns out that Panasonic, along with Mitsubishi Electric and NEC, have all just received top honors for their environmental work from the global nonprofit CDP. So you might be hearing this name, CDP, and wondering, what's the big deal? Well, think of them as the gold standard for corporate environmental transparency. They run this massive global system where companies disclose their environmental impact, and getting a top rating from them is a huge deal. Investors and customers all over the world look at these scores. First up, let's talk about Panasonic. They've landed on the super prestigious AList for not one, but two categories: climate change and water security. That's a AA rating, and it's actually the first time the company has achieved this, which is a massive milestone for them. And this isn't just a flash in the pan either. This is the fourth straight year that Panasonic has made the A-list for climate change, which just shows a really clear and sustained commitment. Next in line is Mitsubishi Electric, another Japanese giant that's getting serious recognition from CDP for its environmental stewardship. Just like Panasonic, Mitsubishi Electric also locked in that impressive A-list rating in both climate change and water security. And to put that into perspective for you, out of nearly 25,000 companies that reported to CDP, only about 0.3% get this AA score. That puts them in some seriously elite company. And for Mitsubishi Electric, this is becoming a bit of a habit, in a good way. It's their third year in a row achieving this AA rating. That kind of consistency proves this commitment is just part of how they operate now. And rounding out this impressive trio of environmental leaders is NEC. Their long-term dedication has once again been confirmed with another top-tier rating from CDP. Yep, NEC also made the A-list in both categories. And what's cool is that this achievement ties in perfectly with their 2030 vision, which is all about coexisting with the Earth. This rating just goes to show it's not just a nice slogan, it's the strategy they're actually executing on. But check this out. 7. That's 7 consecutive years that NEC has been selected for a CDP A-list. That level of sustained leadership over that long of a period is, well, it's just remarkable. Okay, for our final piece of news today, we're shifting gears completely from the environment to corporate strategy and digital transformation. Toshiba has just announced a really interesting new partnership designed to help businesses manage their intellectual property. So let's break this down. On one side, you have Toshiba's iPeak MS, which is this cloud service built to manage things like patents, company know-how, and contracts. And they're teaming up with PlariTown, which is a platform from the SMBC Group that's all about helping small and medium-sized businesses go digital. So what's the problem they're trying to solve here? Well, if you're running a business today, managing your intellectual property, your IP, is getting more and more complicated. And a lot of companies, especially the smaller ones, just don't have the right digital tools to handle it efficiently. Plus, there's more and more pressure on companies to be open about how they're investing in their IP. And this quote right here just sums it all up perfectly. The whole mission is to drive what they're calling intellectual property DX, basically to bring IP management into the modern digital age. By making these powerful tools easier to get, the hope is to help all sorts of companies unlock the real value hidden in their ideas and innovations. And that's a wrap on the latest announcements. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it a like.